Monster Shield, and I don't know, that was a really, like, I was not expecting that kind of rush. Like, you do not have the information, you only open the circles getting pretty close together, so you're going to have some teams a little bit scattered around, so you do not want to do these kind of moves, or you want to stay prone and try and like, play it sneaky as possible. Just like a Nova Monster Shield, that's what they're doing, but the circle's going to go up against Guanma, and he might get shut down by it.
A counter knockdown did come out from the side of All Rejection Gaming, so we do see Nova Monster Shield are down to 2 players, with one being put down, as that's going to be All Rejection Candy Zed coming out. Is this going to be Nova Monster Shield being wiped out?
He wants it, he's looking for that kill, looking for the blood, and here it is, gets the extra shutdown on AA from Nova Monster Shield, and that's it. Like, the snake, take the snake, you'll have the high ground. Even if you do not have any kind of protection, he didn't have a tree, didn't have a rock, and still was able to get the mental high ground on them.
So we do see with this next phase, it shifted eastwards. The Formula, they have a long way to go. They have to cross the road. You do see Omen do have to go across the road. Top have to move across, so it's favoring heavily the side of Pittsburgh Knights, even though they are just outside the circle, so they have to push on to Purple Mood.
Careful, a few shots fired back and forth once again. I'm gonna have to see what's gonna happen out here, though. We do have the Formula who's gonna snake it up, and they're gonna be having the last member of RD's star teams. Yaltian trying to snake it in, but just gonna be taken down. 13th position going their way. Still a few points, but not as good as expected for the wildcard team. That's going to be Pittsburgh's Knights still holding the compound, and now they're going to have to start to move away because the compound is not quite in the circle.
I think Monarch was the sacrificial lamb for the side of Pittsburgh Knights, getting that level of vision. But we do see Zeus getting another knockdown, and Molotov is going to come out as they are really being protective of this compound.
He's defending that like an absolute beast. He's going to have the try and look for the surprise factor, but going to get instantly shut down again. That's going to be Pittsburgh Knight looking really damn good, and they will be able to take this compound for themselves. Now they did shift into the circle, which is what they were looking for, and now they can just be safe for the next few minutes and take their time.
Jagger has the moves like Jagger, one could say. Manson had to get that reference in earlier, but Top get eliminated. They are down 12th place, 11 teams left, 25 players alive. I said these teams are going to come closer together. All Rejection Gaming, XQF. The grenades are coming out. I think that's a smoke grenade, as you do see side of IT. Indian Tigers dominating.
Representing India right now, and they are trying to make their region proud. As you see, though, Mimo from Team Omen, they are just in the distance and trying to regen back up and deal with the blue zone. But even if he gets in the circle, you have to go through Team Indian Tigers. And I think that might be the end of him right there, unfortunately. As we do have then Top Esports on the high ground. Does that seem to have the information on the Formula? Might be able to do some work here. But though X-Quest F, they're going to have some few casualties on their side.
Yeah, we did see Omen Elite get taken out in 9th place, but they did get a good few kills, so hopefully that will pay off when it comes to point standings point of view, as Pittsburgh Knights, the second NA team, are still pulling out strong moments, getting knockdown after knockdown. Fireboy looking for Indian Tigers.
X-Quest F, they're clapping right back, trying to pick a good fight. They won't go down that easily. Unfortunately, they are the favorites of this tournament. Indian Tigers having one member prone down. Did get knocked. Will he get flushed away? We'll have to wait and see. But there it is. That's going to be one team going to have 2 members down and just instantly taken away from the tournament in 8th position. And that is All Rejection Gaming. See you later, Japan. We'll see you next time.
I know we talked about Team Queso, right? But we haven't talked about them in this game. You know why? Because they've kept quiet. Because that's what they do. They've stayed on the edge of the line. And now, as we get into the final phases, the 6th or 7th phase, they're starting to come on fire. Jagger is on a kill streak, though. We do see him getting another knockdown as Top Esports. One member gets knocked down.
Yeah, he could have chucked that grenade over the rock, unfortunately trying to get a little bit of an extra angle. Not really working out for him. So that's going to be Top Esport having one member on the downside. And the circle, look at that shift. It's just, you have so little like space to work with and no like buildings whatsoever almost, and just so many teams, and it's such a small area because it is Sanhok. You have a lot of like trees and rocks to work with, and once again the grass just stay prone down, which is what most teams are doing. And this is when the game is going to slow down a little bit before like picking back up a pace.
2 teams that have 4 players still left alive. Team Queso, I'm not surprised, and Top Esports. Now, Top Esports have the circle, but they are split up a bit. Fireboy has knocked down one member of Indian Tigers and knocked down and fragged out Prince. So, the good side for Team Queso is that they are together The negative is that they are kind of pinched between Team 7 and Team 6.
They're going to have to be very careful about that now. The thing is, you can't shift really fast unless you use all your utility, because if you get up, every team is going to know where you are, and you're going to get shut down instantly. So this is the game where early setups are going to become really impactful. Like Team Kesso, they are starting to try and get into the circle ASAP, as we do have one team going to lose another member. And Nuke's on a kill streak of 3 kills going his way, looking damn good, my friend. But down to 3 teams, like Indian Tiger's going to be eliminated instantly. Like everything just happened in just a snap of a finger. But here it is now. Oh, there it is. Top Esport just going to get a nice angle on Team Kesso. They stayed a little bit too long on the side of the circle. And they do still have one member doing pretty well, but the circle damage at this point is just way too much to deal with. Mystic going to get shut down. And that's going to be looking pretty damn good. But yes, he's just took Team Kesso on his own and looking really damn good in the process. But now, be careful. He's trying to regen back up, trying to deal with the extra damage. He knows if he rushes for the circle, he's going to get instantly shut down. But here it is. Equa still looking damn good. They have 2 members up. Paraboy going to be knocked away. Top Esports, a little bit too split, I think, but that's something that can be viable at this stage of the game.
They've made a payoff for now, but he spots him out. Kuboy is going to come out with another knockdown. That puts Top Esports down to 1 active player and 2 members being knocked down.
Years, you took Team Kesso on your own. Can you do it again, my boy? There it is. Years taking a lot of damage. Not going to get quite shut down, but here it is. Just a little extra damage output. That's going to be Equa looking damn good. They are the favorite in the prelims for a reason, and that is because they clap some butts.
Okay, so Axel, I said he's the most aggressive player for Team Kesso. Is he going to be able to 1v3? We're down to 2 teams, 4 players left alive. He's trying to revive. Is he playing the first aid game? He's gonna go down. That's XQF, Equa coming out on top.
If there was one team that was going to take game number 1, it was going to be Equa. Still Team Kesso, good strat until the end game. I think that also they get surprised, but here it is. They are looking damn good. Cheesy plays will get you a 2nd position.
That's the thing. I talked about it. They play for position. That's their meta. That's their playstyle, and it's paid off. They did get a couple of kills. They took down Pittsburgh Knights in the later stages of that game, and it paid off because those first aids were able to come out when it came down to it, Maxman. But we can't deny XQF. They're coming into this preliminary finals as the favourites. It's a team that most of these teams do fear, and it's paid off. They're showing it, Maxman.
They've just been doing absolutely awesome. Still, I got to mention that we did have in 5th position a team Indian Tigers. Once again, they're playing their own studio in India, and they can feel really proud. They got a bunch of kills, 3 kills going their way, so they can still look damn good. But still, like that was just Equa. Like really good positioning, really good synergy. Their micro and macro mechanics together are just that much higher than like the teams you saw in this first game, at least.
And I do want to throw a bit of a shout out to Top Esports, because I said that they were split up, and I thought that would go against them in the later stages. But individually, particularly Fireboy, I gotta say, he looked very good for Top Esports individually, and even as a team, even though they were split up, my opinion, it worked out.
It's really important, like really nice to see that this game we had like 2 different teams. Was one
went up northwards, give a lot of these teams a lot more
in the terrain, so they can really use that. Go through that entire open field, and you might get shut down because you have a few teams. Look at that purple.
It's, and then of course.
But now, be careful. He's trying to regen back up, trying to deal with the extra damage. He knows at this stage of the game.
Knocked down.
Yeah.
Over these 2 days.
They have every single chance right now. Like, this is just the beginning, so even if you have like maybe a few bad performances in the first, that first game, no, it's just a training stage. And also, like, let's not forget Team Secret. They did win that first training game before the stream actually started, so it can really show that like it can really diverse quite a bit.
Well, you can do it on the training field, but if you don't do it on the actual battlefield, if you don't.
On the live games,
put it on the live stage, so to speak, you know, there's no point. So that's something that Team Secret might have to be very much aware of. And that's the thing, maybe the nerves got to them a little bit. Maybe they just kind of realized that, okay, you know, the nerves got to us a little bit too much. We need to just relax a bit more. And hopefully in Game 2, on our angle, they will come out with a lot more success.
It seems like the game is just about to start in just a few seconds, boys and girls. So get yourself ready, get yourself comfortable, get your popcorn and your energy drink as we're about to jump into Erango. And I said it properly this time, so I'm really proud. But
all right,
here it is. Should be coming in just a few seconds. And these players, they're already super focused, taking their time. And there's a lot of, you can feel a lot of pressure in the background. I'm looking right now. It's just so serious, and I'm absolutely loving it. But here it is. And you can see the players, they're starting to end the play, and you can see it on your screens. And it's just going to be interesting. Which team do you think might be taking the win on this one, Imperium? Let's take bets.
Oh.
You have to choose one for Erangel.
XQF.
Again? You're taking like, that's too easy.
I'm taking the easy route, man. I'm taking the easy route. You know, it's something that, no, to be honest, I'm going to give it to Queso. Mainly because I'm kind of really getting behind this team.
Okay, I'm going to say whichever team goes to military base takes the win. But anyways, enough chit-chat from us, and we're about to jump into game number 2. We will be taking the second chicken dinner of the PMCO. Prelims finals, we'll have to wait and see. It's about to kick off, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, and of course, these players, they're playing on the Vivo NEX series phone. Has an upgraded multi-turbo technology to give them the best game performance. So hopefully this game performance will really show up for these players that are able to bring it onto this stage. Phase 1 circle, Maxman. It's edging towards a military base. Could we see a military base in game 1 of Erangel?
I want to see a bunch of weebs just storming Area 51 and just running in Naruto style right now. So I'm hoping to see that. But that's going to be Team Ind. They're actually going for the military base. So I'm going to say Team Ind takes the win. There you go. I said it. If they drop in military base, they're the winner for me.
Well, who's going to come out and who's going to land in Pachinki? What teams are going to...
Where's Exquest Dev? They're not going for it. Seems like it. Mm-hmm. Seems like the players are moving very, very slowly right now. But it seems like we're going to have Team IT. They're going there. Team 7 and Team Secret once again. Like, teams are going on the edge. Where's Team Kesso? They're on the edge. And they're very close. I can't see all the names, unfortunately.
They're down towards the middle of the circle, on the edge of the island, on the edge of the mainland. One thing that is interesting to note is Purple Mood. And they're splitting a 2-2 up towards the north. Mm-hmm. So they're looking to play somewhat of a safe early game, loot up as 2 pairs of 2. And then, of course, join later on in the game. Omen Elite, they're all in one vehicle. Even in the early stages, I still think that's a bit risky, right? You don't want to have all 4 players in the one vehicle. You want to split up. You want to have each member occupying a vehicle on their own. Of course, it's going to put you in a safer position because if they fire up onto one of those vehicles, there's only a real chance you're going to lose one person. I'm
actually okay with it. I think it's okay because you just instantly drop, and you want to like go to a better looting position, and you're just super fast at that stage. Not a lot of teams are going to have weapons or like really mid to long range weapons, so you have time to do that. This is the only moment when they can allow themselves to do that kind of play style.
Bingo.
After, don't do it. If we see teams like 4 members in one car, we are going to talk about it, and we will trash talk live. Okay?
Oh, mega low. So what is also interesting to know is that the plane trajectory was more towards the east side of the map. It went from north to south. We still seen the likes of Deformia and TES go to Georgepool. So they have gotten into a vehicle and they've moved in. Well, actually, Deformia, they're split 2 and 2. But either way, they're looking to kind of play a bit of a safer spot. I do worry that Deformia might come into a bit of trouble, but no, sorry, my apologies. It's not Deformia, it's Omen. My humble apologies.
A lot of teams are going on the edge, so that's going to be the same kind of play style from Team Secret. They play on the edge just like Team Kesso, and they are pretty close together. So we're expecting the same kind of game. Like it seems like they don't really shift it depending on the map, which I like to see. They stay still really confident, and Team Kesso, it worked out for them. They got second position last game on Sandhawk. So if it ain't broke, you know, don't fix it.
If it isn't broke, don't fix it. So yeah, sorry, yeah, it was Omen Elite that all in one vehicle. They did move into North Georgepool compound. Top Esports, they are with them, but they're on the south side, so they shouldn't come together early on. We do see down towards the south side, a couple of teams are heading towards Primorsk, so that's something that's going to be a little bit interesting. So these teams are splitting up. As we know, Erangel, it's a much bigger map, Maximum, so these teams can find a looting spot that they really prefer, that they like, depending on the circles.
And that plane was actually pretty like central. It was a little bit hard to like reach the west coast of the map, but some teams just had to drive there, as you mentioned. Like there was Team Omen, Team Kesso, Team Secret. They had to get into vehicles, go over to their main loot location, which they did, and they got it now, so they're chill. But they're gonna have to start rotating at some point in time. Even though is the first circle. Tick damage is very, very low, so they can allow themselves to overstay a little bit. But if you stay out in the blue zone too long, you will get shut down and like gatekept by the teams that are in the circle, and the teams that are going to be in the circle are going to be the Asian teams, because once again, that is their playstyle. Get in the middle of the circle and gatekeep anyone that's trying to get close to that environment.
Kurd squad, they occupy school right now. I really like school as a spot to get to early on. The reason why is because you have easy access to Rozoc, you have easy access to the apartments, you have a good field of vision of the areas around you on the map, and more than likely, more often than not, unless it's a super hard shift, you're pretty much guaranteed to be in circle.
And also, it's just a really good loot location.
Yeah.
You can just loot up an entire 4-man squad, which is great. And if you just unfortunately don't have enough, go over to apartment. And then you just finish your entire setup, and then you can start looking for kill, looking for blood, and trying to take that win. So it's a really good location to go for.
And if there is action in Rozoc, you're going to hear it. So therefore, you can then change up your game plan according to if you want to go into Rozoc. So I really like school apartments, but we're seeing some early action as Nova Monster Shield spotting out all rejection gaming in those vehicles down to about half health, but he does manage to get away.
But they were split. So even if he did die, that was not the end of their story. So they're good to go. And this is, I do not like this compound, is where it is open, and if you have to shift away from it, you're going to have a really hard time doing so. So I'm not a big fan, but here it is. Once again, all rejection gaming, looking for kills, but in the cars, when it started up, the car, it is pretty fast. It can be a little bit hardcore to get those shots down, but you can anticipate if you do have a nice nice angle, but yeah, it didn't quite work out.
The Formula started on the edge of Rozoc. Now they're in the center of the circle. The amount of teams that are around them, as we've seen all rejection gaming, there's XQF, there's a Nova Monster Shield, they're all in such a small space.
Going to have to try and be very cautious about that, because we might lose a few teams early on, which would be very unfortunate on their angle, because you're expecting extremely passive, like way more passive than we had last game. Having a few angles. Here it is, Omen. They're still at the same location. They haven't really rotated out. They're just trying to expand a little bit, trying to get as much good loot as possible. Once again, one weapon that some of these teams might be looking for is a Kar 98 or any kind of like snipers, DMRs that can be, at a stage of the game, so impactful because the map is so big.
That's dead right. The Kar 98 and any other bolt action is really going to pay off. So, you know, one gun that I know the likes of Team Queso do love is the Mini 14. It's one of their favorite guns, as well as the likes of the M4 and the SLRs. They really love the SLR.
If they can get their hands on it, I'm sure they're going to have one hell of a good time. Talking about that, From Hell Not Here.
Yeah. So, side of Team Top. Man, I like their position right now. I like where they're really standing. It gives them a bit of an idea. A couple of the teams did go to military base. That's something that we're going to have to be aware of, because it's next circle shift. It still could end up being a military. I doubt it will, to be honest. So the teams that are in military base, which is right now Team Ind.
Team Ind, yeah.
And I don't know exactly who that is, Team 15. It's something that if they leave it too late with this next circle shift, they could be bridge camped by another team.
I think that crate is not worth it. Just in the dead center of the water, yeah, just don't go for it. No one's going to really get that. And I think the loot is not that insane. Another big up. Okay, no military base ending. I am an extremely sad boy. Rip, like, effing chat, please.
Leave me sad, man.
Leave me sad, boy. And teams are going to start focusing really early on to start shifting towards Team Queso. Like, once again, on the edge, they have that coastline, which can be so important at this stage of the game. If you do still have a coastline with that river, so you only have to take care of 180 degrees of the map. As we do have a fight coming on through. Team Ind trying to stop some of the members here of Top from rotating inland, but seem like, unfortunately, not many shots will be connecting. Then you got Alice as a knock, and they're going to able to flush that one away. Sangmin going to be also taking, ooh, nice few shots there.
Yeah.
But, might have to go through the water to get back to the mainland.
That's always a risk when a couple of teams are starting a military base and circle ends up going towards mainland island. In my opinion, they should have gotten in the boat, because there was always a high chance that there wouldn't have been a lot of teams landing in military base, getting in the boat, or two of them getting in the boat and two more going over the bridge, it would have given them a safer option. But they're looking for that second kill. They're looking to really put a lot of pressure as it does come out. Great shots coming out from that member of Team End.
Yeah, and as you said, like when you're trying to shift away from military base as multiple teams, you know that some teams are going to have some casualties, and that will be this time around for Team at Top. But Top, though, they're going to try and take the reverse action and trying to look actually for to protect that bridge. But though they're going to see Pittsburgh, they did clash with XQuest F a few seconds ago.
Yeah.
And XQuest F, they did get 3 knocks. They can try and flush it in.
But look at Top Esports. They're looking to join the party. They're looking to get a bit of action onto Pittsburgh Knights. They're looking to wipe them out early on. But moves like Jagger gets 1 knockdown.
Looking not too good here. Okay, that Top Esports, they're only having 1. No, that's actually for the side of Pittsburgh Knight, not looking that good. But Top Esports also, so that was right. Both teams only have 1 member remaining, but still 3 members. You can potentially revive on the side of Top Esports. So I do not think that this is a fight that Fireboy is going to have an easy time taking home, because they seem like now that he should
get away. He should get away. Because Monarch and Wi-Fi did get revived up, so Jagger coming in absolute clutch, getting 2 knockdowns for his side. As I said, he's got the moves, he's got the plays, he's got those frags in his pocket.
And that is how you compound breach. Also, you can use that footage as a tutorial on how to compound breach. That was really well executed by their side. So we're going to see a little bit more about the Knights this time around. And going to have Team Top then. They were trying to defend the bridge, trying to gatekeep the mainland away from Team Ind, but even then, I think it's pretty risky to try and gatekeep when you're 2v4. So they're just going to try and get into the next compound, maybe loot a little bit extra, but they just want to avoid fights as much as possible.
Yep. Now we do see 1 member of Top Esports. Of course, kills being secured all around the place. Team Queso representing Argentina, Uruguay, and the whole of the Spanish-speaking Latin American community in this preliminary finals, looking to really do themselves proud. They've packed enough.
Omen in Omen Elite, and Omen now last member is going to be up still on the side of Purple Mood, so maybe he can just prone down, get 2nd position.
But he has to cross the road, so you can't prone down going across the road. What, they're going to think you're a snail? They're going to think you're a chicken and let you cross the road?
Why did the chicken cross the road? But he couldn't, so no, just can't get there. But to defend for no.
Outsider 9K has been knocked down. The circle is doing so much damage. This is going to be the end of Omen Elite trying to do their best to get 1 knockdown, but with them behind the wall, that revive is most likely going to come out as Seagood. He's keeping himself going, but he's taking a lot of damage from that circle. Nope. Yeah.
There you go. Unfortunately, that's going to be Omen Elite going out in 3rd position. And now they PLM. Purple Mood, they waited, they knew they couldn't take the fight, they tried to avoid it as much as possible, using that utility to not get spotted out, and they get 2nd position. Seems like a little bit like Team Kesso in last game on Sanhok.
Exactly.
Exact same playstyle, and it does pay off because, once again, that is 22. 3 points going your way, and feels good, man, if you are on the side of Purple Mood. But it is not over until we have the chicken dinner score on your screen.
Oh, my Lord, Jasper. He's down to about 20 health. He's down to about 10. He's using the shots off, but the match has ended. And Nova Monster Shield come out on top with a fantastic frag amount and that, of course, illustrious winner chicken dinner.
Really good plays. They set up once again to get into that main location, and it's just like perfectly executed from them. They had